Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today video presentation is for IMR552, Preservation Program in Digital Archive of Glow Up Skincare. Glow Up Skincare is the business me and my partner came up with. Before we start to present, I'm going to introduce myself and my partner. My name is Nabila Khusyaini binti Rusli and my partner is MAISARA ADILAH binti MOHAMAD. 1.0 Introduction. Number 1. Every company has a storage preservation procedure performed from the time of establishment, and this applies to the Glow Up Skincare, where their rule, their standard and procedure are set by their own. Number 2. Glow Up Skincare is the business promising to deliver every product brought by the skincare line, and this business really started with the interest of two close friends when they are start to produce their skincare product to help customer with a facial skin problem, and from the achievement to producing a product to producing a skincare product, they came up with an idea to start a business. And number 3, this company or Glow Up Skincare company has a clear mission and goal for their business. And number 4, the company has been operating for almost 5 years, where they have started by renting a shop in May 2016 at Bandar Baru Bangi, Selangor. And number 5, record manager put forward a proposal plan. Why the record manager start to propose a proposal plan? Because this company was still using a traditional way in arrange, compiling, maintenance, and preservation of record. And after that, record manager have came out with a proposal plan to convince top management to implement efficient preservation program for digital archive of this organization. And lastly, Glow Up Skincare company could really receive an excellent benefit when using this digital preservation service. 2.0 Problem Statement. In convince the top management regarding the efficient preservation program of digital archive, there must be something that provide obstacle, or in other words that would be described as a problem to continue the program smoothly. And there are 3 problem statements being identified and need to be highlighted from the preservation department. Number 1, the lack of staff in the preservation department to cater to the amount of record created by Glow Up Skincare. Number 2, the shortage of expert skills of digital preservation to start up the preservation process in the company well. Number 3, inadequate equipment and the specification of existing equipment are still not fully encountered for digital preservation. 3.0 Objective of this project. In preservation department also identify each of these stated objectives to make sure all the effort to this program can be visualized later. The selection of each objective is a crucial step and made by consider all the possibility that might be happen in the program later. There are the several objectives for preservation program of Glow Up Skincare company listed below. They have like 4 objectives overall. The first one is to make sure the preservation program in digital archive runs smoothly without causing any issue or problem during the trial period of using this process, subsequently apply successfully. To ensure the preservation program will be efficient to the company, in addition to ensuring the use of this program continue for a long time period. Objective number 3, to be classified as excellent and successful program that assists in arrange record for digital preservation ever been implemented to the Glow Up Skincare company. Objective number 4, to be reference case from other company about how to implement and preparation required for digital preservation program in their company. 4.0 recommended of the solution. This is the recommended solution of problem statement in 2.0. Okay, from very beginning, the company only have a smaller number of staff to manage reservation department. Since they are going through a phase to change the form of reservation to digital form, they face a problem, lack of staff in the preservation department to cater to the amount of record created by Glow Up Skincare. So, the solution given is by holding an interview session to appoint qualified staff to assist the preservation department along with other staff. The next problem statement is the shortage of expert skill for digital preservation. This problem statement was kind similar to the previous problem statement. Another staff have skill in the use of computer technology and preservation on record paper base, but the skill of digital preservation requires some experts who are more skilled. And here is the solution given was by the company can cooperate closely with the relevant parties to hold a training session to teach existing staff and train the skill for the system to run it in the right way, in the right order. Next, uh, next problem statement is inadequate equipment and specification of existing equipment that's still not fully accounted for digital preservation. Existing equipment here did not reach the level of specification should require. There is also lack of equipment to accommodate the program to be implemented. So, the solution given is by looking the increasing number in the record is appropriate for us to use equipment specifications such as desktop that is more suitable to the speed and the process of preservation after this.
5.0, right? I'm going to present about the milestones, glow up skincare milestone that listed uh, are some of the achievements that Glow Up have achieved throughout their business from 2016 to the present. First, on May 25, 2016, Glow Up Skincare started a business by renting a shop at Bangi, Selangor. And on June on 2nd June 2016, Glow Up Skincare promoting their brand on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also YouTube. And they started gaining a lot of attention on social media because of their product good image. And on June 28, 2016, Glow Up Skincare establishes a laboratory and begins manufacturing skincare product for wholesale. On January 13, 2017, Glow Up Skincare received their first ever award, which is her World Beauty Awards, as their skincare product attracted the attention of various well-known skincare experts in Malaysia. And on February 17, 2017, Glow Up Skincare began training and consulting with people who are interested in skincare. And on March 5th, 2018, Glow Up Skincare won their second award, which is the Best of the Best Beauty Awards in skincare category. The Harper Bazaar Best of the Best Beauty Awards are annual celebration of the most popular and effective product that the beauty team have tried and tasted every year. And lastly, on April 15, 2019, Glow Up Skincare began to expand their branch to several locations in Kuala Lumpur, Shah Alam, and Johor Bahru. So that are some of the milestones of Glow Up Skincare organization. Now we are going to move to budget. This budget have been divided into 4 types of budget. such as budget for the equipment, budget for the staff's salary, budget for training and consultations in digital archive, and lastly, the budget for the maintenance of digital archive. Below is the list of budget for equipment to invest in order to apply digital preservation in the Glow Up Skincare organization. First of all, as we can see, we need to have desktop. So uh, we need to have at least 2 units, and as we can see, the price for one unit is 2,299 ringgit, and we need to have CPU 2 units also, because we have 2 desktop, and the price is 1,732 ringgit, and the hardware we need to have at least one, and the printer we need to have at least one, and the F4 scanner, and the total for all this equipment is 11,544 ringgits in total. So that's for the budget for equipment. Now we are going to go to estimation budget for the staff salary in a year. We have 3 positions that we are planning to hire the staff. First, specialist staff, we got staff and general staff, and we need to hire at least one specialist staff in glow up skincare organization, and their salary per person is 6,430 ringgit, and the the 12 month of salary per person for specialist staff is 77,197 ringgit, and we need to hire at least 2 record staff in glow up skincare organization, and their salary per person is 4,360 ringgit, and the salary for 12 months per person is 52,320 ringgit, and the total salary for 2 record staff in a year is 104,640 ringgit. And lastly, we need glow up skincare organization are planning to hire at least 3 general staff, and their salary per person is 2,800 ringgit, and their and 12 months of salary per person is 33,600 ringgit, and the total for all 3 general staff in a year is 1,800. So the total to hire all of the staff mentioned is 282,637 ringgit. So that's all for budget for the staff salary. Thank you. Now we are going to go to estimation budget for training and consultation. So for the training and consultation, the price for it is 290 ringgit, and for the month for the month that we have to take the training and consultation as 12 months, and the total for all training and consultation is 3,480 ringgit. So that's all for budget for training and consultation. We also have estimation budget for maintenance of digital archive. So to ensure the equipments in the glow up skincare routine is maintained properly. So the price for maintenance in 6 months is 2,000, and we are planning to take at least we are planning to have maintenance for digital archive at least twice in a year, which means the total would be 4,000 ringgit. So that's all for the budget for maintenance of digital archive. And now for the final budget is the total of budgeting. And as we can see here, the total amount of equipment is 11,544 ringgit, and for the staff salary is 282,637 ringgit, and for the training and consultation 3,480 ringgit, and for the maintenance is 4,000. And the total amount for digital reservation to be applied in the glow up skincare organization would be at least 1,661 ringgit, and based on the budgets specified, it will be like too large for glow up skincare organization to cope like with the massive amount of overall budget. But this huge amount of figures will not be faced by the company every year, um, as the company will no longer need to invest money on equipment for the next following year, because the equipment to be bought is new and can be used for the next 5 years or so if properly maintained. Therefore, before doing digital preservation in the company, glow up skincare will just need to invest in equipment for the first year. Next, there is also no provision for training and consultation costs for the following year, as the staff can obtain training and consultation sessions during the first year of starting the digital preservation. The employees will know how to properly do digital preservation during the next year after receiving the training. As a result, the staff will no longer need to undergo training and consultation. However, staff salary and maintenance will be continuing as Glow Up Skincare organization and company would continue to use their service in the process of doing preservation, digital preservation, and the maintenance is needed in order to make sure the records and document are in a good condition. So that's all for the total of budgeting. I will be presenting about preservation program for digital archive in Glow Up Skincare organization. Planning for preservation is important for effective maintenance of archive management and record. Instead of relying on traditional treatments for compilation in the digital, it is much more easier to pay more attention to preventive steps to ensure effective environmental and physical monitoring. So there are two uh, preservation programs in Glow Up Skincare organization, which is migration and emulation. First, migration is referring to the routine transactions of digital material from one hardware and software configuration to another. The goal of migration in Glow Up Skincare is to protect the dignity of digital object and to maintain users' right to retrieve, view, access them in the face of rapidly evolving technology in the organization. Migration in Glow Up Skincare will be achieved by moving the old version of software and hardware to the new version in order to allow better digital record access. As we know, technology keeps evolving rapidly, so it is important to convert digital records in the organization from old version to a newer version in order to prevent outdated and unreadable records and to make sure the data can be retrieved. Thus, it is important to use migration technique in Glow Up Skincare organization digital preservation if we implemented one. And I'm going to move to emulation. Emulation refers to a method of resolving hardware and software technical obsolescence by creating methods for imitating outdated device on future computer generation. Emulation uses current generation of technology to replicate the same device or technology for remote recording events. It is important to emulate certain files because with regards to digital document, it will impact many operations in the glow up skincare organization if it is not being taken care properly. Before introducing emulation in the organization, there are 5 aspects that glow up skincare organization need to consider. These include the price of execution, operational complexity, compatibility with technologies, the effects of on company processes, and overall solution effectiveness. Implementing, of course, is also one of the considerations that glow up skincare organization need to consider. So that's all for the preservation program. Thank you. Lastly, I will be presenting about advantages of preservation program in digital archive. Each organization, including glow up skincare organization, is looking for the best way to handle and manage its data, records, and document. And the best way to handle the document is by digital preservation. And there are some advantages of digital preservation. First advantages of digital preservation is that it will help the organization save original records or documents from deteriorations. For example, there may be only one copy of an important records and document that may be in high demands. The continued demands and use will make the record deterioration more quickly. And if the original document is digitized, the original it can be kept secure, and the surrogate copies made available to use for the staff or even the customer. When the original materials are preserved in digital, you will improve access in the organization. Next, for the next advantages is that it will help to minimize space to store the records and material in the organization. As we all know, traditional preservations seem to take up a lot of space to handle, store, and keep the physical materials, and they will also need to move to a certain the certain materials from one stack to another stack. This is because there are many levels to follow within the standard physical levels in order to complete the preservation process. And for organization can also stop worrying about space in a space to store the records and document, as the presence of digital materials could minimize the space used in the organization. Lastly, digital preservation provides a solution for the storage of the materials with better access to them over data networks. Digital preservation seeks to improve the ease of connectivity through data network. Access to digital material and its structure and integrity dominates the core stage in the preservation process, and the equipment capacity to move and display this item of information become an assumed end product rather than the primary purpose of preservation. Digital preservation of efforts involve the development of descriptive metadata of stored digital materials to enable fast retrieval and access of material in glow up skincare organization. So that's all for the advantages of preservation program in digital archive. Thank you.
Conclusion. The build program that is suitable for a company require a good research and prioritize many aspects from various sessions to ensure that it meets the needs and requirements of a company. This selection of the program is made by looking at the needs of the company and cover all parties. Also, the various content in this proposal plan become an effective framework to convince the top management about digital preservation. Lastly, although there are some obstacles to continue the program, it's not the full stop for this department to resume their planning. With the ability of sufficient staff and experts in this field, all the problems faced and experienced can be overcome successfully.